Frawley with the kick in. He was a late withdrawal last week, of course. Bate had a bit of a crack at it, but the Pies through McCaffer into the 50. Davis, Cloak. What a start for the Pies. Here's the lead from Cloak, and he's going to go longer than that to the goal square. Jolly, little awkward force for Sidebone. How easy was that?
Decides to kick along the line, and the mark's taken by Brown. In fact, it's out on the full. So Brown kicks it inboard. Fraser off one step, just hoists it high towards the goal square. Jolly at the back, got up, couldn't take it. At the full, Thomas, brilliant. Davis, goal.
Dunn and Trengo have the options.
And the back.
Little hand in the back.
They're going to play this one quickly. Bates on his own in the goal square. Dunn's going to go there.
Sees him now. Should be a mark. He slipped for a moment, but just was able to recover, and he might get a gentle extra 50. And Bate at last gives the Melbourne supporters a goal to cheer for. They have Morton, so the loose man's on. Over the top, Rivers. Next one up is Bate. Watts is loose inside the 50, so is Miller. Need to hit a target. Should be Watts or Miller, and it's Miller. Previously under Mick Malthouse, so occasionally opposition teams can get through, as Melbourne do there, and the margin is just 10.
It has been at times.
So they might get another chance here, though, with Medhurst and Wellingham. The flying shot for goal looks pretty good on the way. Dick.
Couple of minutes left in the opening quarter. McKenzie grabs towards full forward, and free kick. No one's way. From directly in front, 25 metres, shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. He pops it through. Melbourne have their third.
Watts, they've got a bit close. They're going to have to double back. Miller's the long target. Jetta ready if it hits the floor. It does hit the floor, and he was ready.
Now here he goes. Green on the lead, and in fact falling in short. Mark taken by Watts, 50 from goal. Kicks it wide, and Mark taken. Dunn's got it. Put Melbourne back to within a point. Drop putt looks good off the boot. Goal to Melbourne.
Which I think they've been doing for this quarter when they've needed to. Jones, powerful kick to J-Mark. He can keep going if he wants to. He's going to lay it off.
He's going to lay off.
Garland, bit of an interloper into the forward line. He might want to stay there after a kick like that. Believe it or not, Melbourne are in front.
Reed inside attacking 50. They come from everywhere. At the fall, Brown off the deck, and Brad Dicton hit Collingwood's first and only goal. No, he's missed it.
He couldn't.
Can't believe it.
He couldn't have.
No, he didn't.
Grimes, both committed. Thomas, what a season he's having. Side bottom sweating, waiting for it to come. Wraps them up.
He's going to pay this.
Yeah.
He's goal.
It's going now to Dick. Measures it off from 50. It's going to be there. What a kick from outside the 50 arc.
Yeah, they've got the kick-ins working now. They're just getting numbers. They're just flooding an area of the ground. 4 against 2 there, so the odds in Melbourne's favour.
Off to Scully, to Green and Morton. It's all ahead of him. Will he take it on his own way? Long kick. It's all about the bounce now. The bounce is true.
And that is not going to be easy because Swan is such a strong-willed footballer.
Rivers. And Davey had to wait to lay the handball beautifully, as it turned out. Jetta's kick was excellent. Now Maloney. He'll eye off the goals in a moment, I reckon. He might centre it. He handballs instead to Miller. Miller's got a lot of work to do, helped by the fact that his opponents went to ground. Jones bobs up, and with great expertise, he kicks a goal and then gains some more territory. And now it's up to Brad Miller. He has to dig deep at half forward. Think about what's ahead. Went for the experience of Green. He wants a taste of what is to come before his time finishes. It's going to drop short in the goal square. Oh, big chance again for Brad Miller. He might have just done it. High fives everywhere.
Chance for Pendlebury. Try to get it to Cloak. Chipping in Grimes. Melbourne have done well to hold Collingwood up here. Spills out the Medhurst to Dick. Brad Dick. Oh, loose player in the goal square. Where are the goals? Jolly kicks one.
They're on here, the Pies too. Fraser thought about giving to Beams. Going to kick it up, hoping that the height will be on their side again. Jolly at the back. Dick. He's got it.
Last 2 goals to the Magpies. Green too far out to score this time.
Jamar's got into the 50.
Okay, it's over his head, although he's going back, Rob, and he marks uncontested from directly in front. Should kick the goal, and does. Kick into the centre, chance for Morton, open forward line for Melbourne here. Kick to Bate, and Bate marks 45 from goal. 5 minutes of actual game time left to put Melbourne in front. Beautiful kick off the boot. He's kicked it. The goal umpire doesn't move, and Melbourne lead by 6 points.
Fair portion of those were in the first half of the first quarter.
Warnock kicks it straight to Jolly. Over the head of Jamar this time. Not sure. Now Lockyer on the lead. Lockyer.
Yeah, well done by Jolly.
To level it up. Tarka Lockyer. Drop punt is a goal.
Morton with the big knock. Bate couldn't afford to fumble. Unfortunately, he did. Great contest. Morton goes and goes again, and the siren sounds. An anticlimactic finish to a sensational game.
An amazing result with an amazing scoreline. Melbourne 11-10-76. Collingwood 9-22-76. In front of 67,454 people who left the MCG not knowing whether to be happy or sad. No big multiples for Melbourne, Bate 2 and Miller 2, and for Collingwood, Dick 4, a long list of ones and a long list of behinds for Collingwood. After the game, Mick Malthouse was, well, what do you reckon?
Quite frankly, at the end of it, I reckon we stole 2 points, and perhaps the nerves of steel by Lockyer and a couple of other players that just held sway at the right time, but too few. But I, personally, sitting in the box, it was a 3 or 4 goal loss ready to happen. And so, in many respects, I look at it and think there were some very, very good performances by too few, but still some good performances.
We just seemed to hang in there. You know, we hung in there. They missed a couple of opportunities, but we just kept hanging in there. And I think that was the pleasing thing. I mean, you know, 9, 22, 31 shots to 21. When we went inside 50, we looked like we were going to score, and we certainly wanted to go inside 50 more than 38. But yeah, a bit philosophical, I think. But it would have been nice to pinch one by a point this time.